Iran's missile capabilities have long been a focal point in Middle Eastern geopolitics and global security conversations. Today, we're diving deep into two of Iran's most well-known ballistic missile systems, the Shahab-3 and the Sejjil. These missiles represent two distinct phases in the development of Iran's indigenous strategic deterrent. One, a symbol of proven reliability, and the other, a sign of technological ambition. Let's start with the Shahab-3. First introduced in the early 2000s, this medium-range ballistic missile quickly became the backbone of Iran's strategic missile force. Based largely on North Korea's no-dong missile design, the Shahab-3 was Iran's early solution to achieving regional missile reach. Capable of carrying a conventional or potentially non-conventional warhead over a range of approximately 1,300 kilometers, or some variants even stretching up to 2,000 kilometers, so it puts targets as far as Israel, Saudi Arabia, and parts of southeastern Europe within striking distance. The Shahab-3 uses a liquid-fueled engine. This alone introduces both advantages and limitations. Liquid fuel allows for adjustable thrust during certain phases of flight, but it also means longer and more vulnerable launch preparations. Liquid fueling typically takes time during which satellites or drones could detect launch activity, compromising the element of surprise. Nonetheless, Iran has developed hardened underground silos and mobile transporter erector launchers, or TELs, to improve the survivability and response time of the Shahab-3 in operational scenarios. From an engineering perspective, the missile is around 16.5 meters in length and weighs roughly 17 tons at launch. It uses an inertial guidance system, which provides a circular area probably or SAPA of about 2 kilometers in early versions. However, over the years, Iran has reportedly upgraded the guidance system using satellite-aided navigation, shrinking the SEP to below 500 meters in the most recent iterations. That's still not precise enough for a pinpoint strike, but it's accurate enough for the purposes of deterrence, particularly with a sizable high-explosive or submunitions warhead. The Shahab-3 has undergone multiple evolutions. Variants like the Shahab-3M and Shahab-3B featured extended range, enhanced re-entry vehicle design, and improved accuracy. These improvements have come largely through domestic R&D, aided by reverse engineering, foreign collaboration in earlier stages, and a growing understanding of aerodynamics and materials engineering. But while the Shahab-3 is significant, it is not the most advanced missile in Iran's arsenal. That title arguably belongs to the Sejjil. Enter the Sejjil missile. This is where things start getting more ambitious. Unlike the Shahab-3, the Sejjil is a solid-fueled, two-stage ballistic missile. Solid fuel represents a major leap in Iran's missile technology. Why? Because solid-fueled missiles can be launched much more quickly or almost immediately upon command. There's no need for the dangerous and time-consuming fueling process required by liquid engines. This translates into faster response, increased survivability, and a much more flexible launch profile. The first successful test of the Sejjil missile was announced in 2008. And it immediately attracted global attention. It demonstrated not only Iran's ability to produce solid fuel motors at a large scale but also a growing capacity to miniaturize guidance systems and composite materials. The Sejjil is slightly shorter than the Shahab-3, about 17 meters longer, but its performance speaks volumes. It has an estimated range of 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers and can carry a payload of around 750 kilograms. Two-stage propulsion gives the Sejjil a more complex flight profile, offering potential maneuverability in mid-course flight. This could, in theory, make it harder to intercept with conventional missile defense systems. The use of composite casing and a lighter, compact warhead also gives it a better thrust-to-weight ratio than its predecessors. Technologically, Sejjil represents the bridge between Iran's older missile era and a future focused on rapid response and higher accuracy. Iran claims the Sejjil is entirely domestically developed, from the solid fuel propellant chemistry to the mobile cells used for its deployment. That last point is important. Having mobile launchers makes it significantly harder for opponents to track and preemptively strike these systems. Imagine trying to find a single cell in a desert or mountainous region, moving under camouflage and protected by short-range air defenses. That's a challenge even for highly advanced surveillance networks. Critics have questioned whether Iran has achieved full operational deployment of the Sejjil missile. There have been relatively few confirmed test launches compared to Shahab series missiles. This raises the question of whether Sejjil is fully integrated into Iran's arsenal or still in a limited production or experimental phase. But either way, the implications are clear. With Sejjil, Iran is signaling that it's not content to remain in the technological past. It's also worth noting the geopolitical context. Both Shahab-3 and Sejjil are core parts of Iran's deterrent doctrine. Iran lacks a traditional long-range air force with the capability to project power across borders. Missiles fill that gap. They serve both as a political message and as a practical military option in a theater dominated by advanced adversaries like Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the United States. In Iranian military doctrine, missiles are not just about warfighting, they're about signaling, posture, and influence. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Iran is not developing these systems in a vacuum. It's part of a broader regional missile race. Countries like Israel possess their own ballistic missile and missile defense systems. Saudi Arabia has Chinese-made DF-series missiles. The United States maintains bases and Aegis-equipped ships in the region. This is an active missile environment, where every advancement is scrutinized, and every test is interpreted as a strategic signal. For example, the US THAAD and Patriot systems deployed in the region are specifically meant to counter missiles like the Shahab-3 and Sejjil. Israel's multi-layered missile defense Iron Dome, David's Sling, Arrow is tailored to handle different types of threats from short-range rockets to ballistic missiles. So, any improvement in Iranian missile accuracy or survivability challenges that balance. From a propulsion and engineering perspective, the shift from Shahab-3 to Sejjil highlights Iran's focus on mobility, speed, and quick launch times. While Shahab-3 may still serve as a reliable workhorse for medium-range targeting, Sejjil is the more advanced option that reflects Iran's future ambitions. Whether it's used operationally or held in reserve as a deterrent, its existence alone forces regional actors to rethink their strategies. As we wrap this up, keep in mind that missile technology is never static. What Iran has today is likely to evolve over the next few years. Improvements in warhead design, hypersonic glide technology, better materials, and even more refined guidance systems. The Shahab-3 and Sejjil are only the beginning chapters in Iran's missile narrative. Thanks for watching Motor Authority. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of global defense tech and military engineering. Whether it's the roar of jet engines or the silent ascent of a missile through the stratosphere, we'll be here to break it down for you.